Hi, my name is Mark Polt, and I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area, which you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. If you're looking for somebody with a big fancy car in the background, nice studio office, or someone who's trying to sell you a $19.95 a month subscription to their newsletter, I'm not that guy. Check out a different channel. So I was thinking today about kind of my path in going from IT guy to real estate investor. And I talked to a lot of people along the way, especially when I vacation. People seem to be very interested in what I do. Obviously, there's probably a lot of drinks flowing, so nobody was going to remember it anyways. However, a lot of people work a 9-to-5 job and they have to go. Currently, right now, I'm stuck in traffic in uptown Charlotte. Had to file eviction on one of my tenants. I gave him till the 25th. He decided it's the 26th and it's afternoon. So I gave him till about noon or 1 p.m. to pay me, or we're going to have to go file eviction. You know, I don't really like doing it, but got to be able to protect myself. I can't have somebody who's, 2-3 months behind. They're just never going to get out of that. They're never going to get caught up. However, get back on my topic for today. I had to go from computer guy to real estate investor. I had to completely revamp and reinvent my professional career. One, I had to stop volunteering for everything and trying to be the guy that knew everything and that everybody would go to. The problem with being that guy is everybody goes to you and it takes up all your time. You also find yourself working lots of nights and weekends, and that's just not going to work if you want to start out a new business and become a real estate investor. I also had to go from working in an office to working from home. I needed more flexibility. In IT, we have things called flex hours. For the most part, you need to be there for the calls and stuff like that. But for the most part, you can work the hours that you want to work within reason, as long as the work gets done. And a lot of you aren't in positions like that. You may not have that kind of freedom. In fact, most people don't have that kind of freedom. Or dare I say, they would not be in rush hour traffic to and from work. I think that most people are locked into a 8-to-5, 9-to-5, 9-to-6 job, and I find that utterly disgusting, personally. So perhaps you really enjoy what you do, but you need to. My opinion is you need to make a change. You need to figure out, whether you need to change a new job so you can work from home or have a more flexible schedule. You need to maybe change careers so that you can do it. You may have to take a job that you don't particularly like. But, these are things that I think you're going to need to do if you're going to really start out in this business. Especially if you have a family. You only have so much time. And if you want to spend any time with your wife and kids, you're not going to be able to work a regular job, 40 hours a week, plus probably another 5 to 10 hours of drive time, and then expect to go out and paint homes or repair roofs at night or tile floors and stuff like that. Some people can do that. I think that, that's a tremendous sacrifice for your wife and kids. I think it's better if you try to find a job that'll allow you to maybe do some of this before, midnight every night, and still be able to spend time with your family. Now, I don't particularly like my family, so I don't really care. No, that's not true. I tolerate them. However, I had to shift, and there's tons of books out there on how to do this. I had to shift from being an office worker to being a home worker. When I'm working, I am uber efficient. I have, I get lots done, right? However, I still have flexibility where if I had to go down and file an eviction, I could bring my laptop, my hotspot, I could be on a phone call, and I could kind of multitask a little bit too. A lot of the phone calls I'm on, I don't really have to participate a whole lot other than every once in a while, giving my opinion or advice. Certainly wouldn't do it on a call, like a troubleshooting call or something where I'm expected to be performing lots of actions and things like that. But I think you can find that if you can switch jobs into something that is a lot more flexible, that you could probably multitask a lot of things. You can be working on your books while you're listening to training. My boss probably wouldn't appreciate that too much, but a lot of the training we do is redundant, and I've done it 4 or 5, 10 times before. Or I don't know, you can multitask. I multitask a lot. So these are my thoughts on finding a more flexible job, a more flexible schedule, so that you can start to build a business. I just don't think, in my previous iteration of IT, where I was working 8 to 10 hours a day, had to battle traffic, was understaffed, and we had to go work the weekends and stuff like that. Just not gonna have the time, energy, or the desire to start a business. And you can't treat it like a hobby. You gotta treat it like a business. Granted, in the beginning, there's not a lot of work to do in the business. It's mostly a learning curve, but you still got to put that time in. Anyways, these are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments section below, and interested to know what you're thinking. I hope you go out there and live the You Won't Stop Me lifestyle. Basically, once you get the education, once you get the knowledge, once you get everything that you need to know to at least be somewhat good at buy and hold real estate, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, you're going to be able to get it all back. If a divorce takes it all, if medical bills takes it all, if you have to file bankruptcy because you made some bad decisions, like a lot of people did in the 08, 09 markets, they just got crushed, you can get it all back. Once you have the knowledge that can't be taken away, and that's the You Won't Stop Me lifestyle. Anyways, I wish you success.